Now, to discuss this further, we are being joined by Sandeep Ghosh. He is an author and political commentator from Kochi. Mr. Ghosh, thank you so much for joining us here on WION.
Thank you. Thank you for having me over.
Absolutely. Mr. Ghosh, do you think with today's speech in the Parliament, the Prime Minister has set the tone for 2024?
Absolutely, and he has been doing this for a while now. If you see, it's been a build-up almost since his Independence Day speech from the ramparts of Red Fort. So thereafter, every occasion, I think he's clearly building it up, the crescendo towards the election. And as you mentioned earlier, this is probably his last speech from the Lok Sabha. So he did not lose the opportunity to speak to all his constituents in that. So more importantly than, sounding the bugle, I think what he has managed to do is to set the agenda for the electioneering. The points which he made, I think they were very, very deliberately picked on, because that will force the opposition, especially the Congress, to defend on all the, points he was making, whether about the economy or, quoting from Nehru, quoting from Indira Gandhi, about inflation, about various other things. So, and of course, the dynastic politics, which in fact he took head on. Taking a cue from Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary's comment about there being enough dynasts in BJP, he took it head on, and two names he picked up were very, very significant. He said Amit Shah and Rajnath Singh do not own BJP. Right. They are in politics and their kids may be there, but they are not owners of the party, as opposed to hinting that what in Congress, it was effectively it was a private enterprise of the Gandhis. Right. So they will be against not only the Congress Gandhis, all their spokesperson, everybody to be answering these questions. And that will, again, make it very easy for the Prime Minister to attack them on those grounds, rather than the agenda shifting to, say, other issues, whether it's employment.
Mr. Ghosh, it's very interesting you say that the points the Prime Minister picked on was very strategic in itself. Do you think he missed out on anything that the opposition can actually bank on?
I don't think, Prime Minister is very clear in his communication. One, if you see, to some of us who follow him regularly, his speech might sound to us repetitive.
Right.
When he makes a list of, the report card of all the things he has done or what he considers the achievement of his government. But that is the repetition of the messaging is very, very important for the common voter. It's the repetition sinks in the message. At the same time, the Prime Minister knows how to communicate to different generations. I was quite, I must say, impressed that he has picked up this term of cancel culture.
Absolutely.
And that's the language which many of us use. So before this, even in his assembly speeches, he was talking about deep fake and other stuff. How it can, with AI altered speeches and blah, blah. So he is, he at the same time speaks to the modern generation, which unfortunately, many younger politicians today, they speak in the language of the 60s and 70s and talking about those issues without being able to relate to today's younger set of crowd.
Absolutely. You make another interesting point there. Very briefly, Mr. Ghosh, if you could talk about what is your analysis of the state of the opposition in India right now?
See, the opposition is, it's understatement to say it's in disarray, but I think they have, they've unraveled. Now, my thinking is all the so-called allies of the earlier India alliance have figured out that there is no point in tagging along with the Congress. They have to each fend for themselves, get the maximum number of seats in their own constituencies, and that will give them a fighting chance post the elections to either to enter any kind of alliance between themselves or then join any other groupings or something to leverage their strength in parliament. Because Congress is going in a totally different trajectory. They're more bothered right now with their yatra, which does not have any clear bearing on the elections. And they're not even talking of the election issues with the alliance partners. So if you continue to do your own stuff, sing your own tune without bothering about how what the alliance partners feel or what the alliance requires, then you are obviously, dissociating yourself from them.
Absolutely.
And
All right,
I think
Mr.
clearly they're all the opposition, just to complete my point, are clearly now looking at a post-election scenario. They know that there is nothing to be done now, so they will fight their own regional battles and hope for the best.
All right, Mr. Ghosh, I'm so sorry to interject. Actually, we're completely out of time. But thank you so much for getting us your analysis and insights on WION, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.